Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through the next flip-flop, that is a T flip-flop. Okay, so T is nothing but a toggle flip-flop, guys. Okay, so the thing is, this T flip-flop has only one input, right? That's really interesting, right? Yes. So it is a frame for JK flip-flop, guys. It is not directly a flip-flop. So it is nothing but JK flip-flop's friend like. Okay, so it internally consists of JK, but it is covered with a T flip-flop, T structure. So that T is nothing but the same input is given for J and K. You got the idea now, right? Yes. So that is a T flip-flop. Okay, so now most of you will be saying like, okay, so then truth table also will be similar, right? Yes, your ideology is absolutely correct. At cases where J and K both are equal, those cases you will write in this toggle, guys. Okay, so what are those cases? It is nothing but in truth table we will be having T, Qn and Qn plus 1. Okay, yes. Okay, so let us write down all the cases. So you will write in 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So when J and K both are zeros, what will happen, guys? Please recall. So when both are zeros, it will act as memory, right? Yes. So that is the reason why 0 will be 0 only. Similarly, when both are 0, it works as memory. So 1 means 1 only. When both are 1, if you recall, it works as inverse, like a complement, right? So instead of 0, you get 1. Similarly, when both are 1, it works as complement. So 1 will become 0. So this is the logic for T flip-flop. So before watching, if you haven't watched the JK flip-flop or SR flip-flop, please watch them in the series, guys, because I'll be skipping some steps because we already know how JK flip-flop will work. So that is the reason I'm not going to say how JK will work and how every flip-flop will work, right? Yes. Okay. So now we are clear with this truth table. Okay. So if you observe this Qn plus 1 carefully, you can observe something. So this is a XOR table, right? 0, 1, 1, 0, right? Yes. So what is XOR? It is doing a T XOR Qn is the characteristic equation, guys. Just by observing the table we can write it, right? Yes. Okay, so once the characteristic equation is done, you will try for functional table. So the functional table will also be easy. So whenever the input is 0, you will be taking Qn, and whenever the input is 1, you will be making it complement, that is Qn bar, right? Yes. Okay, so now moving on to excitation table. Okay, so Qn plus 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay, so when both are zeros, the T should be 0. 0, 1 means 1. 1, 0 means 1. 1, 1 means 0. So you can directly write this from our truth table, guys. Okay, yes. So with the help of functional table, you can draw the state diagram. Okay, so Qn is 0 and Qn equal to 1. So at what time Qn will be 0, guys? So if it is already if the input is 0, right? So there will be no change. And if the input is 1, it will come here, right? Yes. So you can, based on that, you can directly draw the diagram, state diagram. Okay, yes. So now I hope everyone got a clear idea with respect to T flip-flop, right? Yes. So I think this video took really small because you already have a clear idea like exactly what we are going to discuss and everything. So that's the reason why it was a bit easy for me to explain you easily. Okay, yes. So I hope everyone got a clear idea with respect to this T flip-flop. So in the next lecture, let us discuss our last flip-flop, that is a D flip-flop. Okay, so if you observe here, so here two cases have been skipped, right? So those two cases are covered in this D flip-flop. Okay, yes. So I hope everyone got a clear idea. So in the next lecture, let us continue with the D flip-flop. Okay, yes. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe for more awesome videos like this. Thank you.